Okay. So, can we take a minute to give our audience a practical framework they can use here? You mentioned earlier the four elements: context, impact, support, and voice.
Yes, that is the sequence that works. It is not a checklist. The order does matter because each piece builds upon the prior. Step one.
And
You want me to go into the steps?
let's go ahead with step one.
Okay. Step one, context is the real story. So, what's changing specifically? What problems are we going to solve with this? Why now? And then this is where you give people the actual story, not the corporate version, all of that, not the washed up side. You're going to give them just enough information to understand that this is not random, right? It's not punishment. It's actually strategic. They don't have to agree with it, but they have to know that there was some thought and some methodology and something behind it that made it substantial enough to make the change to begin with.
And they kind of need this information, this foundational information, right? Before anything else really begins to make sense.
Yeah, before everything makes sense, because you can't move people forward if they don't understand what they're moving towards or why. And so you have to establish the context first. And then the next thing you do is you translate it to their Tuesday morning. What's going to feel different? What's staying the same? What will they have now that they didn't have before? And frankly, what are they losing too, right? They need to know all of these things and they need to know you're going to be honest with them about it. So, this is where you connect the organizational change to the personal experience. And instead of we're implementing a new project management software or a new vacation policy or a new budget, you're going to have to explain to them that this is new project management software means you're going to have more visibility into deadlines. It means you're going to spend less time in meetings. It means you're going to spend more time on the actual work. Yes, you're going to have to input into the software, but think of all the time that you're going to be saved later on once this process is through and we're up and running on the new system.
What I'm hearing you say is that you're making it real and you're making it personal.
Yes, real and personal and tangible. And now they can visualize what the day to day looks like and what it actually means for them. Again, it doesn't mean they have to like it, but they can at least visualize it.
Okay. Then step three is support, right?
Yes. So, what are the resources? Correct. But also, what decisions am I going to make as your leader to clear obstacles for you? And when will I check in with you on how this is going? And then how will I be showing up for you in this, not just the manual, the training, the guidelines? So, this is where your support is made visible and very specific. And that is primarily so that people believe it. Back to you want to be that leader that has the trust and credibility for them to follow you through.
All right. Then that brings us to step four, which is voice, right? It's their inclusion.
Yeah. And it's not them saying, we're going to change the dates or we're going to change the system you decided on. It's not that kind of inclusion. The inclusion is what is still open to their input. And if they have concerns, how can they raise them and what channels are safe and best and most efficient for feedback? So when they feel heard, the shift goes from resistance to ownership and then they're no longer victims of change. They're the participants in it. And that's really what matters for them.
And are you suggesting that they move through these four in order?
Yes, in order. If you skip context and jump to support, then they're still confused about why they need support. Like, I'm here for you, brace for impact. Okay, well, what are we bracing for, right? Like, no, think about when you're in an airplane, the pilot comes on and says, hey, we're going to have turbulence halfway through the flight. I will come alert you and let you know when it's coming. But when it does, the seatbelt sign is going to go on. I need you all to sit down. We're not going to be having beverage, vodka beer service for that party in the back going on the honeymoon. You tell them before it happens. And then they're like, cool. When he comes back on, then they understand the impact and they understand they're going to complain about it. They know how to do that constructively. And so that's why the sequence matters.